You're listening to an archived Cabral Concept podcast. After listening to this show, check out the most up-to-date podcasts available at stephencabral.com/podcasts or search directly on iTunes. And now, welcome to the Cabral Concept, where board-certified naturopath and integrative health practitioner Dr. Stephen Cabral shares how he was diagnosed at the age of 17 with a life-altering illness and given no hope for recovery. It was only after studying and traveling all over the world did he discover how to combine ancient Ayurvedic healing practices with state-of-the-art naturopathic and functional medicine to fully rebalance the body and re-energize it with life. It's time to discover how to get well, lose weight, and finally feel alive again. And now, here's your host, Dr. Stephen Cabral.
Today on this Total Wellness Tuesday show, I'm looking forward to bringing you what's now being considered the new cure-all. Like, it seems that every 4 or 5 years, or maybe even just every year, there seems to be a new, it thing. Well, that it thing right now is certainly turmeric. Now, people pronounce it turmeric. There's all sorts of different pronunciations. When I was overseas, though, and when I was studying Ayurvedic medicine in depth, it was pronounced turmeric. And so that's essentially how I learned it, and I like to also say things phonetically, so that's how I'm saying it. But the big thing is this. When you see it in the grocery food store, it looks a lot like ginger. It's part of the same family. Ginger is more of that bright yellow color, right? Well, turmeric is this bright orange. It is an absolutely beautiful color. It's been used in dye for clothing before as a natural color. This has been used for something as a spice itself for over 5,000 years, predominantly in Indian culture and also Ayurvedic medicine. And I'm going to talk about all of its different uses in just a moment. But just the actual, it's considered a spice. The spice itself from the turmeric plant, really, it's an amazing substance. And here's why. And this is why that, there's a lot of hype around certain things, right? Like we just come up with some random things that show just a tiny bit of research, like on weight loss things, and everyone jumps all over it. Well, this isn't one of those. This is a product that actually does what it says it's going to. It's so powerful right now. I'm going to explain some of the research that is being used in some of the top university research studies for anti-cancer and cancer, basically killing cancer cells. Absolutely amazing things. So let's get right into it. Why is it being researched so much? What are the properties of this thing? Now, when you hear of turmeric, you're also going to hear of this thing called curcuma or curcumin ribosomes, or even curcuminoids. Now, what we're looking at, those are just the active ingredient, the active part of turmeric. And typically, you're not just using turmeric itself can be added to curries and different dishes, and it gives it that nice, orange color again, and a good flavor, good spice. However, the main benefits come when taken as a nutritional supplement in larger dosages, and we'll talk about that as well. So, right now, we're looking at turmeric and its uses for everything from, I'm going to read a few, arthritis, heartburn, joint pain, stomach pain, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, bypass-based surgeries, hemorrhages, diarrhea, gas, bloating, loss of appetite, liver-based issues, H. pylori, stomach ulcers, IBS, gallbladder issues, high cholesterol, fungal-based issues, skin inflammation, radiation treatments to combat the side effects of that. Fatigue, it's also being looked at for headaches, for bronchitis, colds, lung infections, fibromyalgia, leprosy, fever, menstrual problems, itchy skin, and many, many types of cancer as well. Then it's being looked at longer term right now in terms of depression, Alzheimer's, diabetes, basically balancing blood sugar in general, autoimmune-based issues, tuberculosis, urinary tract infections, inflammation due to the urinary bladder, as well as kidney problems. So this is just the start, believe it or not. So you might say, well, that seems like everything, and that's it. That's true, and that's why I call this kind of the episode the cure-all. And because they're looking at how turmeric can be the cure-all for these things. And I don't believe in single supplement solutions, so don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is the only thing you should take and then life will be good again. I'm not saying that. But can it be used to a lot of the protocols that you're using right now? Absolutely. Absolutely it can. And why? Well, here's why. So the reason is that turmeric is an unbelievable anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Anything that you see that bright in nature. So think about it. Wild blueberries, blackberries, peppers, any of these things with these bright colors, these phytonutrients in the certain foods, have powerful antioxidant benefits along with them. So right away, we know turmeric is going to have these powerful antioxidants, just like salmon has its own powerful antioxidant, wild salmon, of course, and that's why farm salmon is just like this pale, orangey, weird color, and wild salmon is this bright red color. It's amazing the difference. Or egg yolks. Look at the color of an egg yolk versus a pastured one with good natural omega-3s versus a regular one. It's like yellow versus a bright orange. So anyway, I'm getting to the antioxidants provide a lot of the benefit as well. We talk about it as an anti-inflammatory, but again, it's a powerful antioxidant as well. So the anti-inflammatory effects help all these many different types of diseases, and the reason it helps them is because a lot of these issues are inflammation-based, right? Now, does inflammation get to the root cause of the issue? No. However, that's why I'm saying turmeric is a great adjunct to an overall program, but it is not a cure-all unless you never plan on coming off of turmeric, okay? So turmeric as something that helps rheumatoid arthritis or other things like that, fantastic, but something that you would just take for the rest of your life. Now, you could, nothing wrong with that, absolutely nothing wrong with it. I'll go over the potential side effects for some people in a minute, but as an overall fix, no, not the root cause, but a great thing to reduce inflammation, and it works in the same types of properties as taking something like ibuprofen or Advil. All right. So before I get into all the different studies, and also I just want to just show you how it's been now shown to be as effective as 14 of some of the most popular pharmaceutical drugs. So you're thinking to yourself, should I take a natural substance or should I take a pharmaceutical drug which has all these side effects? All right. So let's think about that. Now, right now, the people who might not be a good candidate to use turmeric are women that are currently pregnant or breastfeeding, anyone with gallbladder-based issues, or really a bile-based obstruction, because turmeric could possibly loosen some of that bile too and try to get it moving, and it's not moving, it's obstructed. Anybody on a blood thinner, probably not a good idea. Anyone who's type 1 diabetic, potentially not a good idea because it lowers blood sugar, right? Turmeric is this great thing in lowering blood sugar. Or you might take it, but then you have to work with your PCP or specialist endocrinologist to potentially lower your dosage of insulin or whatever you might be on. Some people with GERD, you're going to want to look at the potential side effects that it could make it feel a little bit worse. Again, it's not looking at the underlying root causes of why people have GERD, which is very fixable as you rebalance your body. Let's see, who else? Infertility-based issues, you may not want to. There's some research potentially saying it might lower testosterone levels a little bit or decrease sperm count a little bit. Maybe we don't really know about that because there's so many other lifestyle factors that go into that. It may potentially block some iron absorption. So if you're anemic, maybe not the right thing to take at this time. And you wouldn't want to use it before surgery. And the reason is because of blood clotting. You might slow your ability to clot your blood. All right. So everyone else who's not on that list, which is 99% of the people, should be able to use it. And let's look now at, before I give you my recommendations of what to use, let's look at all the different drugs now it's being shown to be as effective as. So this is pretty amazing. So it's as effective as a statin, a Lipitor specifically. It's as effective as corticosteroids. I'm thinking of glucocorticoids. So corticosteroids are natural anti-inflammatories, right? And so is turmeric. Looking at as effective as Prozac, as effective as aspirin for a blood thinner, as effective as anti-inflammatory drugs such as aspirin and ibuprofen, naproxen, as effective as chemotherapy drugs, as effective as metformin. So really, this is pretty impressive stuff. And I'm going to link up my article to this, linking up to all the different research reports so that, let's say you're on one of these pharmaceutical drugs, you might want to look into this info and then bring it to your PCP and say, hey, do you think we could try to wean off these medications if I'm starting to get the benefits from this natural product called turmeric? Okay, so those are essentially the majority of the ones that I would look into in terms of what it's effective as other drugs. And remember, the reason that it works is very simple and very straightforward. Well, I shouldn't say it's simple, but I should say the reason we know it works is because it's a very powerful modulator and anti-inflammatory. And it's also a very powerful antioxidant. It destroys free radicals. So great for anti-aging, great for wellness, great for anti-inflammatories. So here's how I'm recommending that you use it. Well, The dosage for most of these studies, especially cancer-based research, is 3 grams per day. Most studies are between 2 and 4 grams per day. Keep in mind, most supplements are 400 milligrams. So when you look at the milligrams, you're saying, okay, something doesn't add up. For me to get 3,000 milligrams of, let's say, the 400, I would have to take, 6 of those, a little bit more, 7 of those or so, 7.5. So you'd say, okay, I need to find a stronger product. Now, they do make stronger products. That's the amazing thing. They're finding that certain forms of turmeric, so it's called curcumin or curcuminoids, when bound to a phospholipid or a fat, is then better absorbed. So it's better absorbed. It's anywhere from 4, depending on which type of product that you use, 4 to 7 times more powerful than regular turmeric, which means that you may not need to use as much or use the same amount as in studies and get that much more benefit. So really, that's the amazing thing. I'm going to link up some of the actual brands that we use in my own Boston practice with you so that you can use those. And if I ever find a better one, I can just change the show notes to show you that, this is the best of the best. And the bottom line is I don't have any allegiance to any particular company. I look at the research. What I do is I make sure that the actual dosage and product in that product is third-party tested. It matches up with the research. And then I make sure that it's the best price for my people. So I try to save people money, but I'm also not going to give you a cheap product that doesn't work because you might as well just not even buy the product at all. So I pick the safest, I pick the best one, I pick the one that matches up with the research, somewhere around 3 grams per day. You might have to take 2 to 3 caps. Typically best taken at night too. Just want to let you know that too. I usually take them at night, recommend them at night. That is it. So you get really all of this powerful backing now by science. So when people want to talk about, there's no research behind natural medicine. No, there's a ton of research behind natural medicine. Turmeric alone is bordering on 6,000 peer-reviewed scientific studies. 6,000. So again, when someone tells you or tries to say, I don't really believe in natural medicine, I don't really believe in naturopathy, I don't really believe in functional medicine, I don't really believe in all this herbs and vitamins and all that, well, there is as much research on this as there are pharmaceutical drugs. Please look into that. Don't let anyone sway you. If your doctor says there's no research behind that, there is. It's very easy and it's right on PubMed, it's on Google Scholar, or just start doing your research on Google. You'll be able to get to articles. You'll be able to see the abstracts and the research. You'll be able to look it up for yourself. And that's why we, as in you and I, need to take back control of our own health. That's what I had to do. That's what I was forced to do. I never planned on doing it. But, 20 years ago, no one was helping me out. I wish they did. I wanted to. I would rather have not read the thousands of books that I've read. I shouldn't say that. I actually love reading, and I'm actually very, very happy that I was pushed in that direction. I am where I am today because of that. So there are no regrets on my part. However, it would have been nice, I should say this, that it would have been nice to have someone say, you're on the right path. I don't specifically know that because it wasn't in my field of study, meaning an MD saying this to me, but go keep looking into it. Find out what you found, show it to me, begin to use it for yourself as long as it's been proven safe, and let me see the results. I guess that's what I was looking for, is at least someone just to say, there is more out there. We just don't have all the answers right now. These are the answers. The answers are here in front of us. We're learning more every day. Take back control of your health. I know that if you do that, you might not get better tomorrow, but you'll be well on your way to achieving that goal, to achieving that life that you did always want for yourself. Thank you, everyone, for tuning into another show of the Cabral Concept.
Are you ready to heal yourself and then go on to heal others? If so, the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute can help you discover proven functional medicine protocols that blend the best of 7 different healing disciplines from around the world. I personally share with you the exact handouts and protocols I use in my private practice that enable people to get well, lose the weight, and live longer, stronger. I want to pass this information on to the next generation of health coaches, and that is exactly why I created IHP. We are the future of the health coaching industry, and the skills and knowledge you will learn will make you an in-demand certified health coach anywhere in the world. Although we have many medical professionals taking the IHP certifications, no experience is necessary, and half our members have no previous health certifications. At the Integrative Health Practitioner Institute, our motto is a health coach in every home. Our goal is that you take this knowledge and then share it with family, friends, loved ones, your community, or in a practice where you create a career you love and can be proud of. The global IHP community is filled with some of the most kind and caring people in the world, and we can't wait to welcome you into our world soon. For more information or to set up a discovery call with one of our IHP Health Coach graduates, simply head over to integrativehealthpractitioner.org.